Zoom. Ping. Okay, welcome to T5 Gaming. We're going to do the Mind Games achievement on the Buried map. Liquid Flip, BS New Arab, Elizer, and the Helmarock King. Alright, we just jumped right in. We didn't waste any time up above. That was the first one down, so I just went and grabbed the shotgun chalk just to get some extra points. Right now we're talking about who's going to do what, trying to be organized, and I decided I was going to go turn on the power. I think it was BS New Arab that went and grabbed the Giant or Leroy out of the prison cell. So yeah, we're just trying to be organized here. Didn't really bother with killing any zombies. Just kind of got here and jumped over.
I think that means that you get better.
You can kind of hear us talking about our plan right here. We're talking about putting together the guillotine, and there's part of the guillotine right there. The guillotine is one of the necessary parts you have to put together to complete this achievement. So when we grabbed the power, turned the power on, and then I decided, okay, I'm going to go ahead and jump down and run over to the guillotine. Oh man, there's a zombie in the way. Good thing I got insta-kill. Yeah. Put the insta-kill is really important on wave 1, by the way. Put my dish on the guillotine. I think the Helmarock King was mainly the one that was putting together the guillotine. That's kind of what we did as our step 1. Here we have BS New Arab and I going over to get some chalks from the gunsmith, just so we can get some more points and kind of have better guns without having to hit the box. He grabbed the AK, I grabbed the PDW. Really like the PDW. In the early rounds, it's a really good points gun. So, it might not be too powerful in the late teens, definitely not in the early 20s, but you can get a lot of points for it, and the ammo is, cheap. It's right here on the wall. So I put the PDW here, and BS New Era went over to the spot in front of the jail and put it there. The teddy bear is on the box. That's supposed to mean you get better drops. And my first hit, I got, hey, look at that, the time bomb, which is something you also need to complete the Mind Games achievement. So now we're going into round 2. Going to go ahead and open the door. One thing we wanted to do right here was put together the trample steam. We just grabbed parts and kind of put it up here on top of the jail. We like to use the trample steam to jump across the gap, the gap between the jail and the courthouse. You can see what we put it together, and I'm just going to jump across right here. I'll give you a little bit of an insight on what we're trying to do now. Basically, one of our players has found the paralyzer in the box, and he's going to try to hit all those little red orbs and energize them to turn a white sound or a white color, and there's like a sound, a bell noise once you've done them. You get the 4th one, and that means you're good to go. The 4th one, however, is behind the mansion, kind of in between the mansion and where the maze is. And you can see we're about to attempt that right now. I'm just going to go ahead and kite this zombie around. I think someone's going to unlock the... Milk King's getting unlocked. I'm going to go ahead and stop talking now. BS New Arab is about to go through the mansion, and you can see the ghost or the zombie kind of disappear and turn into the ghost or the witches, or whatever you want to call it. But he's going to go back there because he's got the paralyzer. And he's going to hit the hidden teddy bear in there too. You just saw the zombie kind of melted away. We like to go and hide in the jail, even though in this video I'm the only one that's actually hiding here. Put your back to the wall and you can see when the ghosts are coming, when the witches are coming. So back to what BS New Era is doing right now. He's going through the mansion and he's going to go and activate that last orb behind the mansion. And once that happens, there is like a purple glowing lantern that starts floating around in front of the mansion, kind of by where that broken fountain is. I'm just going to go ahead and skip ahead here a little bit. And yeah, once you get to hear it on this video, once the lantern has been released, once that final orb has been energized, there is a sound, and you get to hear Richtofen talking a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and get out of this jail because I'm just kind of hanging out, kind of bored. I'm just going to run around. I think I'm going to run to the guillotine, and that's when you're going to hear the sound. So as I get close to the guillotine, I'll just get quiet and let you hear what it sounds like once the orbs have been activated. There's Leroy.
There should be a little light flow.
Did he say? Oh, there you go.
So yeah, when that happens, that means the lantern is floating around. And what you have to do to kind of knock the lantern down is throw a grenade at it, and you have to time it so that the grenade explodes right as it's up at the lantern. So you can't just like throw a blind grenade at it. You have to cook it a little bit and try to knock it down. Helmarock King actually knocks it down right there. And I ran and picked it up really quick. Next, you're going to go into the mansion, and you're going to kill the ghosts or the witches when you're kind of close to them. And when you do that, you kind of capture their essence in the lantern, and it makes a little bell sound. I'll go ahead and be quiet. Dan, the Helmrot King, was also counting the bells, so you have to get 10 of them. Here's what it sounds like.
Nice. And I don't have any points, so.
4. Yeah, I don't have any points either. 5. 6. 7. 8.
So yeah, I do that 10 times and then kind of run back. And what I did on my way back through the mansion, I stopped in the candy store real quick to hit the third teddy bear. And it unlocks a really cool song. It's a cool Easter egg. I'm really glad that they always like to put those songs in there. You can hear what it is, kind of at least a little bit of the front of it. Here you go.
Oh, jeez. Failed the jump. You have to go the long way around, Josh.
So once you have the lantern filled, you come here and you hold on X and you put the lantern on this little glowy lantern spot, and it puts this code up on the wall. Now, the Helmrot King was our resident decoder. We didn't bother to decode every letter of each word. There are 3 lines. Each one of them is a word or a phrase that you see on the wooden signs in the caverns. We just decided to decode the first 3. That way, we could still tell what each sign we were supposed to hit was without having to spend the whole night trying to decode this thing. There are plenty of videos out there on YouTube if you need to know how to decode it. I'm not going to bother to explain it on this video. I think pretty soon here comes the Helmrot King. So basically what you have to do is you have to have Galvan Knuckles or the Bowie knife, and you have to run around in the caverns above kind of the town and find those signs, the 3 signs that you need to hit. You punch those signs or stab those signs with the Bowie knife, and then this purple thing called the Wisp pops up, and basically it keeps scattering itself around the map, and one of the players has to run through it in order to make it move. You also have to have Vulture Aid in order to see the Wisp. There's the sign, the sound right there. So the Wisp has popped up. This is like our 3rd or 4th time trying it. We kind of had the pattern memorized. What I'm doing right now is I'm standing outside the power room because I know that is where the last Wisp spawns. So I'm just letting the other guys kind of run around and get them now. Not really anything too exciting here. See it pop up. I think there's one more after this. And then after this one, it pops up in the power room. What happens then is the Wisp goes down to the guillotine and it gets trapped in the guillotine. Now, the next step is to charge the guillotine. Basically, you have to lure 5 zombies, one at a time, over to the guillotine. It only charges 1 zombie at a time over to the guillotine. Once the zombie is charged, it has this little purple energy around it. You kill it, then energy goes to the guillotine, as you can see right there. So basically, you have to do that 5 times. I think right here what happened was BS New Era and I decided to stay here and just try to charge the guillotine. And that way we wouldn't have to try to get to the end of the round and try to get 3 or 4 zombies at the end of the round over here. We just decided to do it at the beginning of the round. Very risky, but as you can see, we got really, really lucky because we got an insta-kill right there. So that made things way, way easier. And because of that insta-kill, we were actually able to do this and escape with our lives. I wouldn't recommend this strategy. Even at round 14, I think it would have been really tough for us to make it back to the courthouse. So you hear the sound right there. It's charged. So now we're going to head back to the courthouse. The reason why we kind of we go back to the courthouse, it's kind of our home base. We have it set up so you can pretty much survive there through multiple rounds. Okay, now back to the next spot. You have to put the time bomb on the guillotine. And basically you have to have everybody in the party around the guillotine as the round is ending. So keep 1 zombie alive and come back to the guillotine and wait for the zombie. You can see on wave 19, it was really hard. This is our 4th or 5th time trying this. What happens is once the round ends, you hit the time bomb and you go into round infinity. Round infinity is a black and white round. The zombies are invincible. You can shoot them all you want. You will not kill them. Basically, you have to find your team members' dead bodies, like from the future or from the past. I don't know how it works exactly, but your characters, they will be their dead bodies on the ground, and one of them will have a switch on them. So you have to run around. We had it pretty organized. We had different areas we wanted to run. We were trying to make it as efficient as possible. I was going up into the saloon and looking around here trying to find a dead body. I did not find it. I think the Helmrock King actually found the body with the switch in it this time, and there was a lot of rejoicing. Take a listen to how excited we were.
Found a switch. I found a switch.
Yes! 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 We did it!
man.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get this achievement, you guys. Oh, yeah.
So what do we do now?
So, a little bit of history. This was the third or fourth time we tried to get this achievement, and never had we passed this round infinity part. We could never find the switch until now. So it's a pretty difficult step. But anyway, the time runs out on round infinity, and we come back to where we were around the guillotine. You can see you can't kill them at all. And you have to, whoever gets the switch has to attach the switch to the guillotine. You can kind of see Helmrock King do it here a little bit. He's right there in front of me. He's putting the switch on. And once that happens, this step is complete. So now what we have to do is we have to go to the maze behind the mansion. And there are switches on the door back there that you have to hit in a certain order. It's kind of tough to explain. Basically, there's a red, yellow, green, and blue switch, and you have to switch them all in the right order. So I'll see if I can try to explain this. So basically, go through and you hit each switch, and you make sure you write down what order you switch them in. Because once you get to the fourth switch, you pull it. If they are in the right order, the one that you pulled in the right order will spark. So say you pulled red first, and the other three were wrong. By the time you pulled the fourth one, you need to have one of your players looking at each switch. The player looking at the red switch will see that there's a spark above it, so that means the red is in the right position. So from then on out, you know red has to be pulled first. Again, we tried it red, yellow, green, blue the first time, and it did not work. What you have to do to reset it, what we did is we all went to the center where the fountain is, so you can drop down on that portal, and that's kind of how we figured out how to reset the switches. Once all four of them are pulled, you jump down the fountain. All four of you have to jump down the fountain, and you come back around through the mansion. Now this is the second try. We happened to get really lucky and pull them all in the right order the second time. It was crazy. We did green, blue, then red, then yellow. You can see here, pretty soon I'm going to pull the switch, and you can kind of see the little spark and the little sound effect that it makes. Basically, this could be a really, really long time to figure out. We just happened to get really lucky. Here we go. I think I'm about to pull the switch here. Okay, maybe not. Someone's getting chased around. So, what else to talk about? We got lucky. This is always fun playing zombies. I'm not sure. You can see them there running around getting chased. Here we go. Pulling it now. And here we go. And pull it now. And try it now. And pull the yellow switch. And here we go. See how it sparked? That means that the yellow switch was pulled in the right order. And like I said, luckily this time,
What does that mean?
all of them got switched.
Oh, we got it.
Here's the celebrate.
It's
Are you
Celebrate.
kidding me? What
That
the
was
heck?
it. That was it, you guys.
Nice.
Oh man, that's ridiculous.
That is hilarious. What the crap?
Good work. I didn't even know
Oh
what's
my-
next.
All right, everybody, go through the. Okay, now we have to make.
All
a
right,
wish
so
on the
that's
fountain.
that.
Somebody look it up quick.
Basically, what we have to do now is the hardest part of the Mind Games achievement for Buried. I tried to use this gun. It didn't really work out. I ended up using the powered up AK-94, or sorry, AN-94, and also the PDW. You can see what I wanted to do here was turn the brightness up so that I could see the targets earlier. I'll explain a little bit in better detail. Basically, someone has to go to the fountain, the broken fountain in front of the mansion, and make a wish. Once you make a wish, then targets pop up, and they're in 4 different spots. Oh, yeah, and right here what we did to make it easier is I had candy, and we had Leroy come over to where the crawler was, gave Leroy the candy, and you can see he picks up the zombie like it's a little baby. He wants to take care of the baby zombie, and that way you don't have to worry about the zombie hitting you while you're trying to hit all these targets. there are 4 spots where the targets will pop up. One is in the windows by the mansion. The other is kind of in the candy shop and in the street in front of the candy shop.
I don't think
The
that's
third is
everything
in
every
the
time. Okay, are we ready?
tavern, the
Let's
bar
do this, you
area,
guys.
and the 4th is across from the jail. I think this is the last time we tried it. Literally, we tried this for an hour and a half before we get it, because basically what has to happen is you have to have all 4 people in all 4 areas hit all the targets, and nobody can miss a target. So you can see that can kind of take a while. Don't get frustrated. Eventually you'll learn where they all pop up and you'll memorize it. Try not to get frustrated with your teammates. Just be patient. It's going to take a while unless you guys have done it before and you know how to do it. We tried it for an hour and a half. I have an hour and a half of video trying to get all these targets. You can hear when you hit them, they make a ping, and you can kind of see that when they're spawning in other areas, the purple pops up and it can kind of be distracting. You can see the target spawning for other people. Coming up pretty soon, though, you can see this is the last time we tried it and we got it. Yeah, you hear the celebrating and the screaming. It's pretty awesome.
Got all of them.
Got him.
Got all of them.
Yes.
That's it! Yes!
I got my perk.
Yes, yes, yes!
Yes,
yes, yes,
We got it.
Yes, yes!
Yes.
Oh, dude, you guys, that was freaking awesome!
Yes. Good job.
Dude.
Oh, we are.
So yeah, obviously you saw the achievement pop up and the get the 7th perk or all perks. We had not done the other two Easter eggs for the other 2 maps, so we only got one of the rows lit up in the box. But once you do all the Easter eggs, the other 2 Easter eggs on Die Rise and on Transit, that box will actually open up and you can see the ending to zombies. Just in case you're wondering what happens to the zombie that Leroy holds, when you want to end the round, you go ahead and shoot the zombie, and this is what happens. He's actually supposed to throw him on the ground and step on him, but you can see in this video he kind of threw him and it glitched out and he landed on his back. I'm not sure really how that happens. And it's pretty cool. Once you get the Mind Games Easter egg, you get all 7 perks. Even when you go down, you still have the 7 perks. When you recover, when you're brought back to life, you still have all the 7 perks. And you can see BS, New Arab, and I went ahead and tried that just to show you how it worked. He's down. He still has his perks. I'm down now, and you can see I still have my perks. And that's it. Thanks for watching T5 Gaming. I hope it was entertaining for you and maybe you learned something. Catch you later.